Hey guys, so I wanted to talk a little bit about Gretchen Rubin. And if you haven't been exposed to her, she wrote a book called The Four Tendencies, and I really like the book. It's a very simple way to sort of break down what kinds of things impact our results based off of our tendencies. And so the way that it sort of breaks down is that you essentially have external expectations and internal expectations. External expectations are things like your boss needs you to do something. Internal expectations are things like I should really go to the gym. And when you balance those out, people uh, who are good at meeting both internal and external expectations and balancing them, that tendency is called an upholder. And so these tendencies, they're not good or bad. They're just different tendencies that allow us to interact with people effectively, because if we understand their tendency, we're going to understand their mode of operation a little bit better. And for ourselves, you might have been using a fitness program that didn't align with your natural tendency. And so the upholder is able to balance internal and external expectations. And what that really means is that if they have a conflict and someone is asking them, there's some like social pressure, someone's asking them to do something, but internally they had something else that's conflicting with that, they have no problem balancing those two and then making a judgment and saying, oh, well, I can't come out with you guys today because I have to stay home and clean my closet. And so the next tendency is the obliger. And the obliger will more readily meet external expectations, and they struggle more with meeting their own internal expectations. They will usually allow external expectations to dictate their behavior more than their own internal expectations. So people who are obligers, they tend to like a lot of structure, and they're good with that. Like if I've got a coach, someone telling me exactly what to do, they would be like the musician that uh, doesn't improvise, but they like to read what's on the page. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but just as an example, that obligers tend to like that structure. And then the rebel struggles with both internal and external expectations. So the rebel motto is, you can't make me and neither can I. So we all know people like this, and I'm married to a rebel. And so I really appreciate the positive qualities of rebels, because if you ever need someone to break through a barrier or just cut to the chase, a rebel is a great trait, tendency for that. And then the last one is a questioner. And the questioner always has to make sure that the world meets their internal expectations. So they need to know why, right? So if someone's asking them to do something and they have some external expectation being imposed upon them, they will need to know, why do I need to do this? It needs to make sense to me before I'm going to buy in. And there are different ways that we can approach workouts and workout methodologies that will align with each one of those tendencies. So I would encourage you to pick up the book. I'm not paid by Gretchen. I just think she's awesome. So check it out. See if it's useful to you, and have a great day. See ya.